I'll never forget the look on her face when the sheriff snapped handcuffs on her wrists. Marjorie Baxter, the self-proclaimed queen of our HOA, finally got what she deserved. But let me start from the beginning. As part of the wildlife management team, I was called to Willow Ridge Estates to investigate what looked like a bear's dream feast. The scene was wilder than anything in my 15 years on the job. A fancy A-frame vacation cabin stood in ruins, glass shattered, furniture splintered, and huge claw marks from a black bear scarred the walls. The strangest part? Trash everywhere. A trail of garbage leading from the forest edge through the broken patio door into the wrecked kitchen. "We've got surveillance footage," Sheriff Carter said, nodding to his cruiser. "You'll want to see this." The first video showed a large male black bear tearing through the cabin's defenses, as expected. But the second video, timestamped 2 days earlier, stunned me. A woman in designer outdoor gear dumping garbage bags at the forest's edge, right on her property. "That's the homeowner," the sheriff sighed. "Marjorie Baxter. Bought this place 3 months ago. Been trouble since day one." Marjorie Baxter hit Willow Ridge Estates like a storm. I first met her at an HOA meeting where she criticized everything: lax maintenance, eyesore vehicles, before maneuvering onto the board. Through a shady, poorly attended meeting, she crowned herself president. "I ran a top HOA at Pinewood Estates for 7 years, she boasted, her smile cold. "I know how to keep property values high in this rustic community." Her tone dripped with disdain, as if rustic meant backward. Most of us in Willow Ridge loved our simple, nature-connected life. Some were locals for generations. Others, like me, escaped suburban rules Marjorie seemed eager to enforce. She first targeted me with a laminated notice on my Ford F-150, calling it an industrial vehicle unfit for residential areas, per her bylaw twist. When I noted half the community-owned trucks, she sneered, "That's what I expect from you people." Later, I heard she called us uncivilized Hicks to her city friends. The real trouble started with trash day. Willow Ridge had strict garbage rules due to bears. Trash went in bear-proof community dumpsters until pickup. Marjorie found the 3-minute drive to the dumpsters inconvenient. She left garbage in plastic bins behind her cabin, calling them temporary. My neighbor Jack Turner, whose land bordered hers, politely warned her one evening as she stacked overflowing bags. "Ma'am, we can't leave trash out overnight," he said gently. "Bears. Don't lecture me about wildlife." Marjorie snapped, her voice echoing as I split firewood nearby. "I've seen National Geographic. My fence keeps animals out." Her fence was a flimsy 4-foot garden border, useless against bears. Jack tried again. "We've had 3 bear incidents this season. Your trash risks the whole neighborhood." Marjorie's face reddened. "Are you threatening me? First, your rusty truck lowers my property value. Now threats? The HOA might review your status." The argument ended with her storming inside. Next morning, Jack found garbage scattered along their property line, bags like Marjorie's, placed to look like his. The smell drew a young bear by afternoon. Instead of owning up, Marjorie called the police, accusing Jack of creating a health hazard. Sheriff Carter arrived, quickly spotting Marjorie's mail in the trash. He warned her about false reports and improper disposal. "This is serious in Clermont County," he said. "Next time, there'll be consequences." Marjorie smiled tightly. "Of course, officer. It must have blown over from less maintained properties." Her eyes flicked to Jack's tidy cabin. "We thought she'd learned. We were wrong." 2 nights later, Jack's trail camera caught Marjorie dragging 3 garbage bags into the woods behind her cabin at midnight, hiding them under bushes. "Out of sight, out of mind," she muttered. "No one'll know till trash day." But bears, with their sharp noses, knew instantly. That night, a large male bear followed the scent to her cabin. Drawn by food smells from open windows, against all bear safety warnings, it tore through the garbage, then forced its way inside. For 2 hours, it wrecked the cabin, destroying everything. Marjorie found the damage the next weekend, her scream echoing across Willow Ridge. She called 911, her insurance, and her lawyer, ranting. By the time I arrived with the wildlife team, She was in meltdown. "This is criminal," she shrieked, pointing at Jack's cabin. "They lured that bear on purpose to get back at me for violation notices." Sheriff Carter stayed calm. "Ma'am, there's no evidence your neighbors did this. Check their garbage for bear attractants." Marjorie insisted. "They're sabotaging me in this hillbilly dump." Jack, tired of her lies, had set up the camera. It showed Marjorie's midnight dumping clearly. When Sheriff Carter and I reviewed it, the truth was undeniable. Illegal dumping, false accusations, and wildlife endangerment. "Miss Baxter," Sheriff Carter said coldly, "come with me." Her face paled. "I'm the victim. My cabin's destroyed." "We have video of you illegally dumping garbage, violating my warning," he replied. "You attracted the bear. You're cited for dumping, endangerment, and false reporting." Marjorie's voice shrilled. "Do you know who I am? I'm HOA president. I'll have your job." Neighbors gathered, watching silently. Sheriff Carter pulled out handcuffs. "Ms. Baxter, hands behind your back." Her shock, outrage mixing with realization, was unforgettable. As he led her to the cruiser, she ranted about Hicks and standards. The judge wasn't kind. Marjorie was convicted, fined $5,000, sentenced to 200 hours of wildlife management service, and got 1 year's probation. Her insurance denied her $70,000 cabin repair claim for willful negligence. In court, her designer outfit gone. She sobbed as the sentence hit, her confidence shattered. The Willow Ridge HOA board voted her out as president the next day. Willow Ridge felt free. Neighbors relaxed, rules eased. Jack's footage became a local legend, a lesson in consequences. Marjorie faded, her cabin a reminder: ignore nature's rules, and it fights back. Our community thrived, grounded in respect, not control.